get started, I would like to introduce Kaizen's own Sherry Stepp.
Thank you, Chelsea, and welcome to this bonus session of Tech to Tech, where we will discuss bath life basics because no matter what you're cleaning, whether it's metal or electronics, cleaning basics are universal. My goal is to help you understand what affects your bath life and to identify how soil management will help you extend it. We will start with your expectation of how long your wash bath should last. This will depend on your point of view and possibly your end customer's point of view. I'm sure that everybody wants their bath life to last forever, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Depending on your operation and a few other factors, normal could be months, weeks, days, or unfortunately, in some rare instances, maybe even hours. We will need to understand and identify how everything works together. So the first thing we need to do is understand your expectations. You need to ask yourself some of these questions. How long do you think your bath should last? How long has it lasted before historically? When have you done your change outs? Are you keeping a log of your chemistry additions? And are you keeping a log of when you do make those change outs? And do you have an automated control system that keeps those logs for you? So your expectations are also subject to some basic truths about what can affect your bath life. It is often dependent on one or more of these variables. You need to look at your tank size. If you have a really big tank and you're running through a lot of parts, your bath life is probably going to stay pretty fresh. The number of parts that you clean or your throughput has something to do with it, their size and their shape, as well as the volume and the properties of your soil. So, without going into a chemistry lesson, we need to consider how the wash solution works and how the bath will load. Cleaning solutions typically clean by one of these methods. There's 5 of them. There's wetting, solubilization, emulsification, chelation, and one of my favorite words, deflocculation. Most aqueous cleaning agents are designed to dissolve and hold your soils into the solution. But remember, not all of your soils are created equal, and they will not all behave the same in your wash bath. Some will go into solution, while others may drop out and need to be removed. Every cleaning process has a point where the dissolved soils will affect the wash bath performance. This is your critical soil load point. Maintaining your wash bath concentration can extend your bath life and delay your critical soil load. Sometimes a higher wash concentration can even mean a longer bath life. Well, then you need to identify your soil. The type of soil you're removing will affect your bath life as well as how much of it stays in your wash tank. As I said before, not all soils are created equal. Different soils will saturate your wash bath at different rates. So understanding how your chemistry deals with the soil will help you identify ways to remove it and extend your bath life. For example, if you are cleaning particulate, metal fines, or even solder balls, it will most likely need to be filtered out to extend your bath life. On the other hand, if you're cleaning a water soluble flux or a water soluble oil, it will go into solution and chemistry additions are going to have to be made and they're going to be needed to maintain your cleaning and freshen your bath. As a side note, when you are cleaning those water soluble soils, you may also experience foaming in your wash tank. That topic is addressed in a previous Tech to Tech. So why don't you go and check out our website and you can view the foaming sessions that we did back in August of 2020. But ultimately, matching the chemistry to the soil is always a good plan when setting up your process. Now, when you talk about your process, you want to talk about your wash bath losses. When you're talking about your wash bath losses, you have to look at the horizontal and the vertical. Horizontally, you're talking about drag out. This comes from your conveyor belt where it'll carry your soil over into your rinse tank. It could be your part geometry, size, and shape. The wash bath will attach to your part, and again, it'll go over into your rinse tank. It'll carry out chemistry with that. Also, spray over from your nozzle alignment. You don't have your spray nozzles adjusted just right. You can spray over into your rinse as well. With drag out, you are losing complete solution from the wash tank, including some of the soil that's gone into solution. So once you figured out your drag out, then you need to look vertically. And when you think vertically, you think about common losses through the exhaust system. Your exhaust system will pull the whole wash solution up through the stack. And you also have to consider evaporation losses, which are caused by heat. With evaporation, you're losing mostly water. And don't forget your drain. This is one of the most costly ways to lose your wash solution, but it's also the easiest one to fix. Make sure your drain is fully closed. All in all, even though these losses are mostly minor, over time, they will affect your wash bath solution and your concentration and ultimately your soil load. So basically, even if you have all the other stuff figured out, it comes down to soil management because a loaded wash bath is a dead wash bath. Look out for some of the warning signs. You've got to look at if you see a decrease in your cleaning performance or increased foam, if your concentration readings start to look a little strange or out of whack and not what you expect, if your parts are coming out the other end still dirty because the soils are redepositing back on your parts, poor rinsing, and there's also your soil separation system overload. But don't be fooled by the common misconception that just because your wash bath changes color or looks dirty, that it's no longer cleaning. There are ways to determine if it's time to change it out. Sometimes the dirtiest looking bath may clean the best, and that's why we need to pay close attention to those warning signs. So, how do we determine how much soil is in your wash tank? It sounds easy, but it's really a complex issue. There are hundreds of types of soils and combinations being cleaned, and each can affect your wash bath differently. There are a few methods you can use on site, which is NVR, which will take a physical measurement, titration, which relies on your chemical reactivity, and surface analysis. All of these things will help you measure your soil load. You can also team up with your local chemical supplier or a lab to do a short-term or a long-term wash bath analysis. This will help you determine a bath maintenance and then get it on a schedule, but definitely not pH. Even though there are some that would like to use pH for measurement because it seems easy and quick, this method is not a good indicator of your concentration measurement or even your soil load. For more information on how to monitor and control your wash bath concentration, I will direct you again to some former Tech to Tech sessions. And if you go to our Tech to Tech page, there are 2 or 3 on that subject alone. So what comes down to maintaining your wash tank. When you maintain your wash bath, maintaining your wash bath will go a long way to making sure you extend it. You need to check the concentration on a regular basis and log any of your additions. You should also keep your log, like I said before, of when you change out your tank with a fresh bath. If your concentration log looks like this picture here on the bottom, you're probably monitoring, but probably not doing anything about it. Then you need to identify your losses through your drag out, your exhaust, the evaporation, and make sure you close your drain. And finally, getting as much of the soil out as possible will not only help your bath life, but it will also keep the contaminants from redepositing on your parts. So, in summary, the first thing you need to do is have realistic expectations regarding your bath life. Understanding how it all works and what you can do to extend it is a good beginning to a great process. Manage your soil load by monitoring your wash bath concentration, minimizing your losses, and optimizing your process. In the long run, you will have cleaner parts and you'll save money. I'll hand it back over to Chelsea.
Thank you, Sherry. If you would like to discuss this topic further, please contact your local Kaizen representative or send an email to tech@kaizen.com, and we will have one of our cleaning experts schedule a follow-up with you as soon as possible. Again, we thank you all for joining us today, and we hope to see you again soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great day.